Hey, I got a question for you guys. Somebody sent me an email the other day, I think it was. I think it's YTT Trucking, I think it is. I have no idea what that is. But it said that it congratulated me for the best pick videos of some kind. I didn't even know there was a contest. Sheesh. I can't imagine my video being picked, let alone win anything. Jeez. But I don't even know. I don't know how to. I don't know what that was about. But second question: what in the world is a Google Plus? Or I always have this email that says so and so has added you to the circle, and I have no idea what that is. What circle are they talking about? I don't know. Sometimes, man, I get overwhelmed with all these things, especially, I don't know, sometimes like Facebook. I sometimes get tempted to delete my account, not just deactivate it, which is, here's another question, and I'm sure this is a question for Andy, Bodyman. Andy, is it possible to delete your Facebook account? And I'm not talking about just deactivating it. I'm talking about totally delete it. That way, when I run for president someday, nobody can go back to my record and say, yeah, you said this, you said that, and use it against me. So can Facebook be deleted and nobody would take a copy and put it somewhere? I don't know. I'm going to the extreme on that one, but the thing that I just really wanted to get through was, somehow I get overwhelmed with all this junk around me, and kind of a distraction for me, I guess. One of the things that prevents me from deleting Facebook is the folks that I have at home. It's the easiest, cheapest way to communicate within my family members back home in Camiguin. You know, I've got so many Facebook friends. Half of those guys I don't even remember who they are. Anyway, we are 45 minutes to bingo. In 45 minutes I have to shut down, but then again, the petrol is only 30 miles here, so I will have 14 minutes left on my driving when I pull over. As I was mentioning earlier, that this load is scheduled to deliver. I'm pretty sure it delivers Tuesday. The 17th, yeah. The 17th. And that place, Super Value, it's one of those pesky, only nighttime receiving places. Because they load their trucks during daytime, and so you end up delivering there from 8 o'clock all the way to 4 o'clock in the morning. So from here to my house is about 590 miles, I think it is. So what the possibility that could happen is I could go home tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon and stay home until Tuesday afternoon, then make my way up to deliver this load at 8 o'clock at night, which is only 60 miles north from my house. Or show up at the yard tomorrow afternoon and tell my DM, say, hey, have somebody else deliver this load. It don't pay for me to be sitting here till tomorrow night not doing anything. So give me a different load. But if they don't give me a different load, then I'll just go home for the night and spend some time at home. Use the Jeep to go home with. And I'm also thinking that maybe they will not let me go anywhere because I have this dedicated load I'm supposed to be starting out. I'm not exactly sure when that starts out, but it's kind of a bad way to start this out too, because, well, right now I'm down to 29 hours and 20 minutes left on my 70 hours. Take away about 12 hours for tomorrow. So I'm down to what, 19 hours. So I don't know how this is gonna work out as far as dedicated run. How can I get into a dedicated run if I don't have the hours to do it? You know, last Wednesday when they told me that I was gonna start out on a dedicated load, I said, well, why don't you take this Florida load off of me and give it to somebody else, and I'll just wait for my dedicated load. They did not want to do that. They didn't have anybody else, and I didn't press it because I wanted to go down to Florida anyway. Seems like a waste, 1,400 miles. Yeah, sometimes I get torn between the opportunity to stay home, which sometimes arises, and my need to go out and do the responsible thing, go to work, make some money, support the family. Responsibility, oh boy, there's a word. If 20 years ago you would have told me that I would have become a responsible adult, if you could travel 20 years ago and say, hey, don't worry about it, Johnny, you'll become a responsible adult, I would have never believed you. That's a word that was very, very, very foreign to me. Responsibility, eesh. I think I was actually allergic to that word, especially in high school. Oof. Yep, how did I become responsible? Oh boy. I don't know. You know, I always see signs from a truck driver's door that says 2 million miles safe driver award. Wow. That's another foreign concept to my mind. 2 million miles without a mishap? Really? Wow. To be honest with you, I have no idea. I have no idea how many miles I've been driving. All I know is I started driving back in 1991. But back then, I only worked 8-9 months out of the year. Then I'd stay home for how many months? And then I would swear never to go back trucking again. And I'll end up going back. Go back out and rode again. And I got old, stayed home. That went on for a while. Work quit. And I had a pretty good relationship with my boss. He somehow allowed me to do that. And also back then, we did not have the CSA BS that we have to attend with today. I guess today it goes on your record the amount of how many times you get a job and you quit, and you quit and you get a job, and I guess you can't do that too long and they start scratching your head to why you quit so many times. Which I don't understand why. I mean, it's beyond me to why is there such a rule to discourage or prohibit a driver or somebody to only want to work a certain time of the year or a certain length of the time. Why all the restrictions? This is supposed to be the land of the free. I wonder what gears that motivation to why you can't drive. You know, I understand why somebody should not be not working for more than 2 years or a year, then you have to take a refresher course, or you know, but I don't understand to why it would count against you if you got, you know, 3 jobs in, I don't know what the time is, but 3 jobs in 4 years or whatever that is. I don't understand all that. Just. But anyway, once again, I don't know why. I don't know what YTT is that congratulated me into the contest. If you're out there, thank you. Forgive my ignorance. And also Facebook. Can Facebook be deleted? There goes another boring video. We'll catch you later. Peace.